Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Into the air right away is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he stays up and complete right side to Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. Cook. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Olamide Zaccheaus. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top. Take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
On first down, Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Touchdown! DeAndre Swift, 28 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and Josh Allen heading back out again. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Cook up the gut. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Brought down at the 20.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing is Hurts. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the interception set him up in terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple of shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Now Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough said for it to curl in.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hurts.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Deontay Hardy back deep.
And it's fielded at the 34. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
1 second, all that remains.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Hurts going to keep it on the draw.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Back to the running game with Swift.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
They run it again with Cook.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
To throw, it's Allen.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 5.
They'll look to throw here.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Swift. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles will add to their fourth quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
A good run there by Cook on first down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Cook following the penalty. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now Allen. That is caught by Shakir.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. Throwing, Allen. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
To throw is Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
On the return, Hardy.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game.
Oh, this is going to be fielded defensively. And remember, this is a live football. And he will be taken down before that return gathers much momentum. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.